So good morning dear students. So I hope all of you are good at your places students. Students, I have already discussed some of the questions of our assignment 2.10. Now I am going to discuss the remaining questions of our assignment. Okay. So the question number 5th is state pure recurring decimal and mixed recurring decimal for each of the following. Student, in our question number 5th we have 6 parts, out of which we have to tell which one is pure recurring decimal and which is the mixed recurring decimal. So what is pure recurring decimal, students? See, a decimal in which the decimal in which the digit after decimals are repeated is called a pure recurring decimal. That means, see students, if I take 3.9 bar, okay, so that is equals to 3.9999 and so on. Okay, that means after decimal every digit should be recurring. See, after decimal we have 999, that keeps on repeating itself. Okay, so it is a pure recurring decimal. And one more example, students, if I take 2.35 bar, that means 2.35 35 and so on. That means after decimal 35 is repeated itself. Okay, so it is a pure recurring decimal. But student, if I take 4.34 bar, that means it is equals to 4.3444 and as it is. So after decimal only 4 is being repeated, but 3 is not repeated. Okay, so it is not pure recurring decimal, it will be mixed recurring decimal. Okay students, so I hope you understood the definition of pure recurring and mixed recurring. So coming back to question number 5th, the first part is 0.3 bar, that means 0.333 and so on. That means after decimal 3 is being repeated. Okay, therefore it is pure recurring decimal. Okay, therefore it is pure recurring decimal. So now our second part is 0.18888. See students, after decimal only 8 is repeating itself but not 1. So after decimal 1 is not repeating itself. Okay, therefore it is mixed recurring decimal. Okay students, so the third part is 2.6 bar, that means it is 2.666 and so on. That means after decimal 6 is being repeating itself. Okay, so it will be a pure recurring decimal, Okay students, now in our part number 4th we have 0.87, that means 0.87 87 87 and so on. Therefore 87 is being repeating itself, so it is pure recurring decimal. Okay, now in our next part we have 0.27 bar, that is 777 and so on. After decimal only 7 is being repeating itself but not 2, therefore it is mixed recurring decimal. Okay students, so our next part is 0.492 whole bar. So 492 whole bar means 0.492 492 492, that means 492 is being repeating itself, therefore it is pure recurring decimal. Okay students, now moving forward to question number 6 student, that is I have to express 3/8 using the two methods, that is first is the place value principle method and second is long division method, students. So what is place value principle, students? In this method, we have to make the number of 10 in our denominators. Okay. So students, if I take 3 by 8, students, it can be written as 3 by 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, because 2 into 2 into 2 will be 8. Now we have to make number of tens. See students, here we have 2. If I just multiply it by 5, this 2, if I just multiply this by 5 and this by 5, so we get 10. So we have to multiply 3, 5. Okay, so we have to multiply the denominator by 3, 5. Therefore, multiply numerator and denominator by 5, 5 and 5 students. Okay, so in order to balance it, we have to multiply it by 3 5s, because students, if I take 3, see we have 2 here, so we have to multiply by 5. Next 2, so 1 5 for this, and next 2, so 1 5 for this. Okay students, so I am multiplying the denominator by 3 5. So in order to balance the question, I have to multiply the numerator also by 3 5s. Okay, so it will be like this. So 5 5 is 25, 25 into 3. So I have to multiply this. Sorry, one more 5 students. Now it will be 5 5 is 25, 25 into 5 will be 125, and when 125 is multiplied by 3, it will be 15, 1 3 is 6 and 375 students upon. See, we have 10, 10, 10. That means I get 1000. Now we have in denominator 3 zeros, so I can write it as 0.375. After decimal, I can put 3 digits because in denominator we have 3 zeros. So 3 by 8 can be written as 0.375 students. Now moving forward to the B part, that is we have to use the long division method to express 3 by 8. So students, if I just take 3 here, and divide it by 8 and divide it by 8. See, 3 is less than 8, so I have to put a 0 and a decimal, so 0 here. Now 8, and we have to make our number nearer to 30. So if I take 3, 8 3 is 24. Remainder will be 6 students. Now 6 is less than 8, so I just place a 0 here and put it here, because I have already put the decimal, so no need to write 0 here now. Okay. So now we are 60. So I'm just taking 7. So 8 7s are 56. Remainder is 4 now. Again 4 is less than 8. So I'm just using another 0 and put it here. So it will be 40. Now 5 is 40 students. So 3 by 8 is expressed as 0.375. Okay, so we do question number 7 students. See, in our question number 7, what we have to discuss is which of the following rational number can be represented as definite decimal. What is now the question arises, what is definite decimal students? See, students, in our last class I have discussed two things, that is, first is terminating representation decimal, okay, and second is non-terminating represent decimal. Okay, I have already discussed these now. See, terminating representing decimals are those rational numbers which on long division method, by using long division method, terminates at some point. Okay, for example 0.23. And non-terminating are those which keeps on repeating itself. For example 0.3333 and so on, and which keeps on going. Okay, so those which are terminating recurring decimals are called the definite decimals. So these terminating are called the definite decimals. Okay students, also we studied that if denominator of fraction contain 2, 5 or both. See, if denominator of fraction in least form, okay student, in least form contain 2, 5 or both as factors only, okay, then we can say it is terminating. Then we can say it is terminating. Okay students, and if it is terminating, then it will be definite. Now moving forward to the question, we have to just classify that which among them is definite and which is not. So in order to find that it is definite, I have to find that it is terminating or not. Okay. So first of all, we have 32 by 50. See students, in least form. So first of all, we convert the mixed fraction, the rational number to the least form. Now we have 32 by 50. So if I just divide it by 2, it will be 16 and 25. Okay. Now 16 as it is. Now I have to just factorize the denominator. So 25 can be written as 5 into 5. Okay. Now the factors of denominator are 5. See, in the denominator of fraction contain 5 as factor only. Now we have 5 as a factor. Therefore, it is terminating. It is terminating. Hence, definite decimal. Okay. Because we have 5 as a factor in denominator, therefore it is terminating, and because it is terminating, therefore we can say it is definite. Now moving forward to this part, 15 by 165. So first of all, I have to reduce it in the least form. So if I just divide it by, if I divide it by 15 students, so 15 ones are 15, 15 ones are 15, remainder is 1, 15 ones are 15. Now in denominator, we have only 11, and 11 cannot be split out because it is a prime number. Therefore, it is not terminating. It is not terminating. And because it is not terminating, this implies it is not definite decimal. It is not definite decimal. Okay students. Now the third part, we have 8 by 32. So 8 by 32, if I just convert them into least fraction, so divide it by 8, 8 ones are 8, 8 fours are 32, so 1 as it is, 4 can be written as 2 into 2. Now in denominator students, we have 2 as a factor. So if we have a factor 2, now so we can say that it is terminating, therefore it is terminating. Hence we can say, hence it is definite. Okay, because it is terminating, therefore we can say that it is definite. Now our part number last, that is part 4. So 21 by 48. So if I just divide them by 3, it will be 7. So 3 ones are 3, 3 6 are 18. Now we have 7. 16 can be written as 2 into 2 4. 4 into 2 8, 8 into 2 16. We can write it 16 as this. So in denominator we have 2 as a factors. Therefore it is terminating students. Therefore it is terminating, hence definite decimal. Okay students. So out of these 4 parts, first, third and fourth is definite. Moving forward to question number 8 student. We have just 3 parts in which we have to just simplify them and then determine whether these are terminating or not. Okay students. So first of all we have to solve them. So in our first part we have 2 by 5 plus 1 by 2. So students, if I take this LCM will be 10. So when 10 divided by 5 it will be 2, and 2 multiplied by 2 it will be 4. And 10 divided by 2 it will be 5, 5 multiplied by 1 will be 5, so it is 9 by 10. To check whether it is terminating or not, I have to just factorize 10 into the prime factors, so it will be 2 into 5, okay, Now see students, in denominator we have 2 and 5 both as factors only. So it is in denominator 2 and 5 are factors. Therefore it is terminating. Okay students. So in our next part we have 3 by 4, 1 by 5 and 2 by 3. So first of all take LCM of 4, 5 and 3. So LCM of 4, 5 and 3 we have to take students. So if I take 4, 5 and 3, 4, 5 and 3 students, so take 2, 2, 5, 3, again by 2, so 1, 5, 3 students, again 3, so 1, 5, 1 and by 5, we get 1, 1 and 1. So if I just multiply them, we get our LCM, so 5 3 is 15, 15 4 is 60, so the LCM is 60. Okay students, so when 60 is divided by 4, we get, when 60 is divided by 4, we get 15, when 15 is multiplied by 3, it will be 45 students. Now 16 and divided by 5, it will be 12, so we get 12 here. 60 divided by 3, it will be 20, when 20 multiplied by 2, it will be 40 students, so it will be 45, 40, that will be 85, 85 and 12, that will be 97, okay, upon 60. Now I have to just factorize the denominators, okay. So 97 as it is. See 60. See 5 3 are 15, 15 and 2. 30, 30 and 2. These are all the prime factors. So 3, 2, 2, 5. These are the factors. See students, in denominator we have 2 as a factor, 2 as a factor and 5 as a factor. But we also have 3 as a factor, okay. But to make it a terminating sequence decimal, the only factors should be 2 and 5. As we have 3 as one of the factor of denominator, therefore it is non-terminating. Okay students, because for a terminating decimal sequence it should contain only 2 and 5 as a prime factors, okay. Now moving forward to our last question students. See, in this question we have to express the following decimals as a rational numbers. That means we have few decimal numbers and I have to convert into the fractions, okay. So this part contains 9 parts and out of these 9 parts I am discussing the 6 parts, okay. So remaining 3 of them you have to do yourself, okay. So the first part is 0.3 students. So 0.3 students, it can be written as 3 by 10 because after decimal there is only one digit. So 3 as it is. See, after decimal only 3 digit now. Sorry, 1 digit. So I am just placing 1 0 along with 1. So I get 3 by 10. So this is our required rational number. Now the next part we have 2.305 students. See students, 2305 as it is. After decimal there are 1, 2, 3 digits. So I have to place 3 0 along with the 1. So just a single 1 and 3 0 student. So what I am going to do is just simplify it by dividing them. See, if I divide it by 5, so 5 4s are 20, remainder is 3. So 5 6 are 30. Now 5 1s are 5. Okay students. So if I just divide this by 5, it will be 5 2s are 10, 0 and 0. Okay. So 461 by 200 is our required answer. Okay students. So the next part we have is 0.375. So students, it can be written as 375. After decimal there are 3 digits. So just write 3 zeros along with 1. Okay. Now if I just divide them by 5, it will be, see students, 5 7s are 35, remainder is 2. 5 5s are 25. Now 5 2s are 10, 0, 0. Okay, students. Now if I just divide it by 25, to 25 3s are 25 8s are 25 8s are will be 200. So the required rational number is 3 by 8. Okay. So the next part we have is 8.050. So if I just write it as 8050. Now after decimal we have 1, 2, 3 digits. So I'm just placing 3 zeros along with 1. Now 0 get cancelled out with this 0. Okay. Now the remaining numbers we can cancel them out by 5. So 5 ones are 5. The remainder is 3. 5 6 are 30. Now we have 5, so 5 ones are 5. So 5 2s are 10 and 0. So the answer is 161 by 20. Okay, students. So in our next part we have 0.00052. So after decimal we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 places. So first of all write this 52 as it is. After decimal we have 5 places. So just write 5 zeros along with 1. Okay. So just divide them. If I just divide them by 2 students, so it will be 26. 2 5s are 10, 0, 0, 0, 0. Again by 2 it will be 13 and 25 and 3 zeros. Now they are not getting cancelled out by any other number. So 13 by 2500 is our required rational number. So the last part we have is 2.0002. Now after decimal we have 4 places. So first of all write the number without decimal. After decimal we have 4 digits. So just write 4 zeros along with 1. Now just divide them by 2. So it will be 1 0 0 0 and 1. Now 2 5s are 15, 0 0 0. Okay, students. Now they are not getting cancelled out by any other number. So just 1 0 0 1. That means 10,001 by 5,000 is our required rational number. Okay. So that was the last question of our assignment 2.10. So I hope all of you understand these questions. Now what you have to do is just practice these questions and some of the examples also. Okay, students. So till then just be safe and be at your home. Okay. Thank you.